That's it, nasturtiums.
Yeah.
And so you're looking at things that are lovely, and that will help you acknowledge the loveliness within you. And that will help you set your standards as a person. Because if you are surrounding yourself with loveliness, more loveliness is going to come from deep within you. And then you're not going to accept any of the garbage and the half stuff that you've been getting. And you are going to become somebody you really, truly like. And you are going to be a full open lotus blossom instead of a half lotus blossom. And then you're going to say to yourself, okay, these are my standards, just like Helen who called before. These are my standards. Who meets them? If somebody doesn't meet them, I am better off alone. I've been married and divorced twice. There were 2 karmic relationships. I knew it before I laid eyes on the first one. And I was happy to get it out of the way, but I got to tell you, it's miserable being married to someone you know you're going to divorce.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to do that at this particular point. You're better off alone by yourself than within a relationship that is not fulfilling as completely as humanly possible.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So lots of luck, and find a pattern of sheets that you really like. I never thought I would have floral drapes in a bedspread, but I found something that is not screamy, floral, feminine, comfortable. And surprise yourself, leave yourself open. If you can't find anything you really love, go online, look at every catalog house with sheets, and find something, because they wash easily, they're inexpensive, and I think they make a great start. And you can also make a throw out of the sheets for your bed.
Okay.
So you now have a bedspread.
Right.
Okay, with the matching pillowcases, etc.
Okay.
Okay, so as far as are you going to get married again, that depends upon how much work you do on yourself. And I got to tell you, if you marry somebody who is not where you are when you decide to marry, you're going to be miserable. You're going to feel like you're giving birth to someone, and it's painful. And you're not
done that.
Yeah, okay. It is painful, isn't it?
Yes.
And sadly, on this planet, the way it is now, there are more fabulous women than there are fabulous men. And society does not encourage men to be fabulous. It encourages them to be mediocre, macho, testicle, penis waving, sword fighting, I'm taking over the world, macho clowns. And that is not the way to run the world. That is the way to be in constant war, which is what we are, is constant war. And that's not happy individually. It doesn't make your pussycats and puppy dogs happy. It doesn't make the trees. It doesn't make the plants. It doesn't make the planet happy. And it sure as heck is not going to make you happy.
Right.
So the idea is not to be happy in a silly way. The idea is to be content. And to like yourself.
All right.
Then we can see what comes along. Okay, Rebecca, thank you for calling. It's been a delight talking to you, and I hope we hear from you again.
Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you for everything. I feel so much better, and I just love your show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Tell everybody about it.
I sure will.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
How much more time do we have, Miss Producer? 5 more minutes? Okay. So when we're talking about personal relationships, even your friends, I read Dear Abby, I read, what's the other one I can't remember her name, Caroline something, and constantly people are talking about my good friend who does this, 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 and this, and this, and this that I don't do, and I feel left out, and they make fun of me. That's not a friend. That's a person you've dragged into your life and has nothing to do with you as a person. Just because somebody is on the other end of the phone doesn't make that person a friend. A friend is a companion that you enjoy going through life with. I have had friends for so many years, and my best friend died last November from cancer. I still keep in touch with her husband, Jeffy. I won't give you his real nickname because if he listens to the show, he's going to go right through the roof if he hears me give it. But he is a sweetheart. They were happily married, and she and I had many things in common, And as life went on, she became less religious and more spiritual, and we had more in common. And she was a soul that I constantly think about, and I know she pokes in and out in meditation, just like my daughter's birth parents poke in and out of meditation. And actually, I saw them out the window the other day with the cardinals, and I did a double take because I thought, what? And they were sitting in cardinals, were hopping all around the bamboo that they were sitting in. Obviously, they weren't physically sitting in, but they were spiritually sitting in, and I saw their auras, and I saw it's like a haze looking through a dirty window, looking through my dirty windows, because I have this philosophy. Clean, sparkling windows only encourage peeping Toms, and that is not something we want. So the dirtier you let your window, the more privacy you'll have. And you don't have to worry about closing over your drapes all the time. How's that for a homemaking tip? Spend your time with yourself and get to know who you are. What are your values? If you were going to be on a desert island, who would you want to be with? And that means no phones, no internet, no tweeting, no whatever, no TV, no radio. You would have to talk to each other. Maybe you'd have a dozen books. Who could you stand? You'd have fresh water, you'd have shelter, you'd have all the food, you'd have beautiful birds and butterflies. Who could you stand to be with on a desert island? That is a friend. And if it's somebody of the opposite sex, you can have people of the opposite sex who are friends. And if you want a partner, if you want a husband or a wife, does the person have the qualities you need to survive that you are with now or considering being with? That is an important question. If you say, I'd rather swim with the sharks than spend another minute with this individual, you got the wrong person. If you say, I would enjoy growing old with this person has qualities that I enjoy. This person makes me feel good about myself, and I make this person feel good about himself or herself. If you're best friends and best lovers, that's the person you should consider to be your happy soulmate. You can't be lovers with someone you're not friends with. If you can't stand each other when you climb out of bed, that's not love. It's got to be someone you can cry with, you can laugh with, you can have serious conversations about life with, you can have conversations about your fears and help each other through that. That's a partner. Not someone who's cute or she's gorgeous. That's not a partner. A partner is someone you want to spend the rest of your life happily with. And don't tell me about what your parents had or didn't have, what kind of a childhood you had. You're grown up. You don't wear the same school clothes that you wore when you were 5 or 6 or 7. You're a grown up now, and it's time to enjoy being a grown up. Okay, this winds up our Metaphysically Speaking show for tonight. You can find us on YouTube. Just go metaspeak.com and on the World Wide Web, and the radio show you're currently listening to. I'm Linda Bennett, Metaphysically Speaking. See you next time.